Aurelius, which is a beautiful statue, but it's not really the real statue, it's a copy. The real one is inside, indoors, because it's a bronze statue, and it's the oldest bronze statue. The great act of filmmaking was God saying, "Let there be light." And you see the whole story of Genesis laid out, all this bloodshed and carnage occurred. So it says a lot about the economy of the time that they built something like this. I'm having very ambivalent feelings about our time in Rome. Rome is a tremendously crowded city. It's intense, it's densely packed. It's everywhere you move, you're bumping into things. But I'm not talking about the people, and I'm not talking about the traffic. I'm talking about the history and the architecture and the art. It is so densely populated with all of those things, so densely populated with millennia of human history and human art and human architecture. So many buildings, so many events, so many things have happened for so long in that place. How can any one city bear that legacy? How can any one nation bear that legacy? It's impossible to fathom. This was hit home to me in one particular poignant moment. By way of background, to help prepare for this trip to Rome, I studied some videos that were produced by the Smithsonian and the Great Courses and taught by a Dr. Kenneth Bartlett on the essential Italy and the chief historical and artistic sites of Rome, the key places that one ought to know. Well, then one day, Jill and I are sitting on the steps of the Capitoline Museum where we had just seen some amazing artwork, and we were standing by the statue of Marcus Aurelius, or the duplicate of it that stands in the little piazza there in front of the museum. And I see this tour group walk by, and I look at the tour leader, and I noticed that tour leader looked awfully familiar, and I realized, oh my God, that's Dr. Kenneth Bartlett, the guy who was in the video series that I had just seen. And I was like, he's leading tour groups in Rome. And it just told me that Rome is just too big a subject. Coming here as a tourist to see it all, you can't do it. You can't see it all. You can't absorb it all. It's just too much. Which is not to say that I didn't try, and not to say that I didn't enjoy myself. The Capitoline Museum had some of the most gorgeous sculpture and gorgeous paintings you can imagine, and I loved every minute of it. I was especially glad to see the original of the Dying Gaul, which is a statue that I've long admired, and there I was able to see it. It was right in front of me. I was able to look at it, and I was so glad to be able to do that, but there was so much of it. To see the Colosseum is an amazing place, but there's so much to know about it. Not just what happened there, the things that happened there, but the reasons why it was built, the reasons why it was maintained, the reasons why it has been preserved all this time, the different uses it has been put to over the years, things that have happened there, the arrangement of seating, who got to sit where. All of those things say so much about Roman society, to say nothing of Roman society during the papacy. It was once condemned as being a pagan place, and now is inscribed with the name of popes on it. I want to come here, I want to look at things, I want to understand why they were made, what their history is, what was involved in their creation, who thought of it, why they thought of it, what was their agenda. Were they working for someone else's agenda in creating this thing that I'm seeing? What was the effect of it? What effect did it have on its time? What effect has it had in time since then? I can say that the Sistine Chapel was incredible, and I highly recommend anyone coming here seeing the Sistine Chapel, seeing that great painting by Michelangelo of the creation of man brought tears to my eyes. In contrast to this is the neighborhood we were staying, which was almost like a ghost town. Now, we were visiting Rome in August, and August is typically the month where people go on vacation in Rome, and so there were a lot of shops that were closed in our immediate neighborhood. We had a hard time finding an open supermarket. But once you get downtown, the crowds are there. Okay, I'm standing out in front of the Trevi fountain here, the Fontana di Trevi, here in Rome, and it's a beautiful place. It's a lovely statue. You always have images of this statue, of this fountain, this gorgeous place, being romantic and a great urban, artistic landscape. But it's just nuts. I mean, there's just crowds of people. It's beautiful, but it's just crazy. There are so many people here. Everyone doing selfies of every kind imaginable. It would be nice to turn the clock back 15, 20 years when no one had cell phones and to see what it was like then. And I suppose there's a lot of Instamatic cameras. Go figure. It is also populated by great wine, great food, restaurants everywhere, great coffee, great gelato. Oh, the sumptuous treats that could satisfy the needs of any glutton are just overwhelming. It's a great place to get food. And as if that weren't enough, then there's McDonald's. We're out here near the bottom of the Spanish Steps, one of the most iconic places in all of Rome. Beautiful Roman atmosphere, a nice Roman evening going on as it is. But if you come over here, you follow me, we find ourselves under a McDonald's, but not just a McDonald's. It's a McCafe. Now come on inside. You would think that this would be a McCafe, would just be like a place where they maybe make some sort of fancy drinks in McDonald's. But no, if you come inside, this place is a full-blown Italian espresso bar, or a cafe as they call it. It's got nothing like McDonald's at all. It's nothing like that. Now, what's even weirder, come here, follow me now. You come over here, and look, this is where you make your order. This is where you pay, and then you go up and you pick up your food up at the counter. So you pay here and you order all on the screen, but you get your food over there. So they've really gone bananas with this McDonald's thing, and this is the real McDonald's. This is where you get the Big Mac and the Quarter Pounder. I'm flabbergasted that all this exists in one city, in Rome. But I really recommend that anyone coming here is do your homework. Study, learn, read books, see videos, see as much as you can, learn as much as you can about Rome before coming here, because then when you come here, you will enjoy it so much more. But I do say, come to Rome, do your homework, but then come to Rome. Rome is amazing, maddening, wonderful, ugly, beautiful, crazy, sane. All those things are wrapped into one place that somehow manages to bear the burden of so much history.